What's up everyone, it's Mariotti, WWE 2K15 news for you now. Now we're going to talk about loads of different things over the coming days. We have played WWE 2K15, the SummerSlam build. We will be able to play with 5 superstars: Cesaro, Randy Orton, Goldust, John Cena and CM Punk. Now, previous years, you had abilities and that would give you hammer throws and springboard dives, stuff like that. That's no longer abilities, they are now skill sets. So this is what you see in WWE 2K14. Your abilities, this character had resiliency, springboard dive, outside dive, leverage pin and ring escape. That's no longer classed as abilities, these are classed as skill sets, and these make each superstar completely unique. You're not stuck with just 5 things, as will be demonstrated as we go through the 5 superstars in the SummerSlam build. Now this was information in the SummerSlam build that anyone could see, and somehow no one did. Don't know how. So for John Cena, he has a second finisher, meaning you can have more than one finisher. Quite basic, I know, but something like that is nature's own, especially for Cena, because he does the actual adjustment and the STF. Show off is being able to perform taunts, meaning some people might not be able to perform taunts. Top rope diver, going off the top rope. Leverage pin, schoolboy, all that nature. Comeback, dynamic comeback, hammer throw, strong Irish whip. Rumble finisher, not everyone's going to have a rumble finisher. The barricade breaker is the spear through the barricade. Through the table is the announced table OMG. Skull crushing boot is the ring post big boot that was in last year's game. Apron DDT, same one from last year. Ladder finisher, performing a finisher off a ladder. Escape artist is doing the finisher through the Hell in a Cell to get out to towards the cell wall. Pod people, spear through the elimination chamber. OMG outside superplex is the triple finisher one that does the superplex from turnbuckle to the outside. Double finisher is the double AA onto 2 people. And catch finisher, it's the same as catapult. They both are linked together, so catching AA from a high risk move or catapult. Both in the same category. Quite varied, especially when you see who's next. With CM Punk, we've got some different ones. I haven't shown all of CM Punk's one, that was too long to write the list, because a lot of them were very similar to Cena's. But these were the ones that were different. Outside diver, doing outside dives, running a dive, suicide dive sort of thing. Removing the turnbuckle is a skill. Not everyone can do that. Elimination chamber daredevil, jumping off the top of the chamber pod. Ladder daredevil, jumping off the top of the ladder. Steel cage, jumping off the top of the steel cage. Apron DDT, same thing. Ladder finisher, performing the finisher on the ladder. And most crucially, the suicide dive. This is a brand new animation. You can use the Undertaker's one or this new one, which goes through the ropes. It is pretty good animation. I've seen the counter for it as well. And it's what you would expect in WWE. Someone punching them as they're about to fall out the ring. So they stay in the ring if it's countered, which is a cool idea. I know Cena had a couple of these. We wrote them in a lot of 5, so that's why you might see some duplicates in some occasions. I can't be bothered editing it out. Next we're going to go with Cesaro. So Cesaro has 3 different stables of traits for the skill set. Springboard diver, he can do springboards. Springboard into the ring, springboard. It's the same thing as in 2K14, which is somewhat surprising for Cesaro, I would have to admit. King of Swing, that is the giant swing. It's 7 to 8 revolutions, depending on where you want to count it. If you do it from the edge of the ring, they get pulled back in. That's one thing I need to point out. That's what happens with a lot of animations. I will talk about that more in another video. Apron superplex replaces the apron DDT, and yes, it is a superplex from the ring apron. Gets on the second rope, performs a suplex. It is only 1 finisher use. It's not 3 like the Wes accidentally mentioned in his video. It is only 1. Pretty much all of these finishers that we can tell require 1 finisher. And most importantly, you need stamina. If you have less than 50% stamina, you won't be able to perform these OMGs. You will need 50%, so you might need to slow down and stop running all the time. Next up, we'll do Orton. Now, his skill set is pretty much a mirror image of John Cena's, apart from one thing. Firstly, he doesn't have the barricade breaker, so you can't do the spear. This is how we sort of came across why we weren't able to do it. We were going through the menus when we paused the game, because we can do it for Orton, but we can do it for Cena. He instead has a steel cage superplex, which is the old cage animation where you do superplex at the bottom left corner. You then do the escape one-on-one to crawl towards the cage door. Same thing, but it is a skill set nonetheless, which makes you wonder how unique all the other superstars are going to be. It's a great thing. I think it will make each superstar very, very unique. And probably ties in a lot with My Career Mode, because we know nothing about it, and this is what I think will help us get a little bit more of an understanding. We've got Goldust left to go, but basically he's only just got... only thing that's striking is he, like Punk, has Elimination Daredevil. He does have a lot less traits, a lot less skill sets compared to the other characters, unsurprisingly, because he's a mid-card sort of guy. And crucially, at least from what I saw in the skill sets, there's no resiliency, which is one of those weird things. There was no resiliency for Cena or Orton, so is that removed from the game? Who knows? What we do know is the abilities affect certain characteristics of the superstars as well. They're slightly different from skill sets. Want to know what they are? Well, leave a like on this video and we'll show you more information. Both me and Wes, who does Games Dungeon, will be showing each superstar a bit more in-depthly with the abilities, and we'll tell you what each thing is, because it's quite very, very, very interesting. Again, we'll play into My Career Mode, but also into regular expedition matches and other goodness. So leave a like. If we get 500 likes, I'll post the first one up. I'm probably going to do it for Goldust, I think it was, and we'll go from there. Thanks very much. Catch you later.